Hi, I'm Aaron, and we've developed a new product called SentryCook, which is a safety device for electric and gas cookers.
Hi, I'm Martin Lineker. I'm the MD of AdSyst, and we're going to be using AdSyst as a vehicle to deliver the business idea.
The product is made up of two different parts. You've got the main control unit, and then you've got an interface unit which uses various sensor technology to determine whether or not the cooker energy supply is actually required. And given certain conditions, if it determines that the cooker is unsafe for use, it'll manage the supply such that it will turn it off. It's designed to be installed in homes, industrial environments, pretty much anywhere. Our main target at the moment is the university halls of residence, and we can move on to look at elderly care and other places like that.
I think the driver in the marketplace is twofold. First of all, safety. The second one is energy reduction. And those two are key drivers in the business world today.
I'm James and
I'm Alex, and the name of our company is Piecream.
The concept of Piecream stemmed from a meal with colleagues where a mash was served and it looked surprisingly like an ice cream. And someone joked that if you put it in a cone, stuffs the sausage in it, it's going to be a meal. And we all laughed, but I thought there's actually something in that.
We've both worked at festivals in the past. We realise exactly how hard it can be to get a pitch at one of these festivals. So if you've got a novel or an exciting idea, it really helps your cause to be able to get in that way. We've both been festival goers, and you need a lot of energy to keep going at a festival, and you need a hearty meal. And the problem with a hearty meal at a festival is it usually comes on a plate. We think that we've cracked a sort of much more mobile food product, and that would be our unique selling point. One of the major problems with food at festivals, of course, is the waste that they leave behind. As a self-contained edible unit, we've managed to keep waste down to an absolute minimum. Out of all of the entertainment industries, festivals are one of the largest growing currently. We've looked on Mintel and Keynote, and they're both suggesting that that's a very big growth industry, as in fact are pies. Pies are well and truly back on the nation's plates. Traditional hearty food is where it's at.
My name is Matin.
And my name is Javid, and our business idea is called Cognimail. Cognimail is basically made out of two words, cognition and mail. The idea is that it's a mail system that can understand the context of the email and try to find answers for the queries or the questions that may be inside the email.
And finds the similar emails that are somehow related conceptually to this email and helps you to reply and respond to that email because it actually chooses the correct responses.
The market is basically any organization or even private people where they receive a lot of email and they need to respond to. So instead of having to sit down and compose the same answer every time, the system will do it for you. To take this technology further does not have to be limited to email. It could be used in any other context. It could be used for research. It's very difficult to decide which direction one should go, because often you find that the product comes onto a market with a particular intention, and then the market wants it to go to a different direction. And the direction that the market wants is the direction we will go.
My name's Tom Bennett. My business is called Interactive Places, and what we do is we create dramatised tours for heritage sites that are story-based and usually GPS-led, where the user, instead of being just told information, is inside a story, and it uses a mixture of video and audio and interactive content. The last 2 years have been spent in research and development, really. We've done some pilot projects that have had some public funding. That we've been able to try out on members of the public. And we've done one piece for the National Trust in Devon, which is up and running now and is there for members of the public to use. We're currently creating our first iPhone app for a Jane Austen story in Bath that will be available from June or July this year. We're in discussion with the National Trust about doing some more work for them. Sites are very well aware of the potential for the technology, how it can give more depth for the visitor. Within 3 years, we would like to be making 12 apps a year and generating enough income to employ 10 people. And within 7 years, we would like to have an office in New York as well, so that we can tap into the North American market.
My name's Tom Derrett. I've set up a website called ADR Solution. ADR in this context stands for Alternative Dispute Resolution, which is a way of resolving legal and quasi-legal disputes without resorting to the courts. The website's for landlords to help them recover their deposit, recover the security deposit at the end of a tenancy. ADR Solution is unique in the marketplace. There is nobody else offering targeted advice to landlords. The idea came about while I was working for one of the ADR services run by the Deposit Protection Service, and I noticed that landlords were not recovering anything like as much of the deposit as they were probably entitled to. I felt strongly that there was a gap in the marketplace for someone to help them out. At the moment, I'm marketing the business towards smaller independent landlords with between 1 and 10 properties who can't really afford to lose the deposit every time. In a year, I hope to be in a position to take on an employee or a business partner and find investment from a bank or other source in order to grow the business and embed it within commercial landlords and large franchise letting agents.
My name is Geoff Alsopp. This idea is for an English language school called the Big Ben School of English, to be situated in Tripoli in Libya. Well, I'm an English language teacher, and I've been doing this for like 17 years, specialising in designing and teaching exam courses, Cambridge exams, which are internationally recognised. We're going to run exam courses for adults, newly introduced ones for children, business exams, and IELTS, which is for many higher education institutions and businesses a prerequisite to entry is Cambridge IELTS exam. So we're going to be focusing on all of those exams, which of course would be a major selling point, I think. Clientele, basically 2 areas. Initially company employees. Of course the attraction for us with that would be establishing contracts with companies, so you've got a good client base from that. And then secondly, children. Parents everywhere want their children to speak English, which is the language currency of the world. The BizIdea actually stimulated the growth of this project.